Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Weston Racing. In today's video, we're once again looking at the Hot Wheels 2023 Mainline. And, okay, one of the things that always ticks me off about Hot Wheels is that they rename things for no reason. Like, here's a great example of this. In 2023, for the Metro line, we got a car called Brutinator. Brutinator was Carbonator, but they renamed it. And I know what you're thinking. Well, why'd they rename it? Probably because it was, a brew of some kind. Maybe it was like a beer bottle is what they were going for or something. Whatever. That's cool and all. But here's the thing. They just changed the name back to Carbonator with the next release. So it was a one-off. Why didn't they just keep it as Carbonator, but then change, write Brutinator on the side of the car? That would have made a lot more sense. Again, and maybe that's just me whining. I just don't get that. That didn't make any sense to me. Now, where am I going with this? This series that we're looking at today is called Sweet Rides, which is the Fast Foodies series. That's what this is. It's the Fast Foodies cars. But for some reason, it's called Sweet Rides. They renamed it. And the reason why it makes me upset is because literally the next year in 2024, it was renamed back to Fast Foodies. This was a one-off series called Sweet Rides. Now, here's what really upsets me about this. Literally, there is no reason why it should be called Sweet Rides. And you want to know why I point this out is because it could have made sense, but Hot Wheels messed it up. You see, with the name Sweet Rides, and I'm quoting the back of the package on these ones here, get your fill of racing with these dessert-themed speed vehicles. Sweet Rides, they're all dessert-themed food cars. If that's the case, why is the car directly in front of you a spicy chicken food truck? Does that not make any sense to you at all? Because to me, it doesn't make any sense. And it's really, really confusing. I just had to point that out because literally, I don't get why Hot Wheels renames everything all the time. That always annoys me. Like, that is one of my biggest pet peeves is when people keep renaming things, like especially with Hot Wheels cars. But that one really got under my skin because, like I said, it would have made sense as to why they renamed it, but then they screwed it up with the hot chicken truck. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. If they're all dessert themed, why is there spicy chicken? That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, yeah, we're looking at some dessert-themed Hot Wheels cars today. Pretty exciting. I've always been a fan of the food-themed cars. Recently, the food theme in general has kind of been falling off, in my opinion. I don't know. Like, there's been a lot of releases recently that just make me scratch my head and go, we didn't need that. Like, why'd you make that? Like, the spicy chicken truck I like. The cupcake car in this one, I'm not a big fan of the paint scheme of. The chase piece, there is a treasure hunt car in this set. Not exactly a big fan of the paint scheme on that one. But the rest of these are alright. And like the next year, 2024, they did another food-themed chase piece car. And it's a taco, but it's like a blue taco. So it's like a blue corn chip, like shell taco. It's really weird. Like, it's really, really weird. I don't know what's going on. However, we're going to ignore that. We're going to push that all off to the side because we're going to look at our first car here for today's video, which I'm really excited for because it says new for 2023 on it. Number 1 of 5 for today's video, we have Dessert Drifter, the car that I thought was really the whole reason why this series was being made. So as you can see, this is a Jell-O mold. It is meant to be a mound of Jell-O on wheels, which I think is really cool. I love the concept there. That is so unique and fun. I love that. I love it. I think it's great. Let's look at the back. Number 8 of 250. That's pretty interesting. I didn't notice that first time around. All right, here we go. Let's read the back, shall we? Here we go. Dessert Drifter. Born 2022, El Segundo, California. Designer, Hot Wheels. Got an appetite for racing? This pudding ride... Oh my God, there was something on my screen that was covering puts and I thought it said this pudding ride nuts pedal to the metal. And I was like, what does that mean? Please tell me that doesn't mean what I think it means. Featuring a V8 dragster and a roll cage, all in one sweet ride. So I can see the V8 in here. Where's the roll cage? I'm not exactly seeing the roll. Can I take the top off of this car? Can I remove the Jell-O mold off the... Please tell me the answer to that question is... No, of course not. Hot Wheels doesn't believe in fun. I forgot about that. That's not true. I was really hoping I could take the Jello mold off the car and see underneath this, because that would have been really cool. Kind of like the old Morris Mini Hot Wheels cars, how you could take the bodies off of them and look at the roll cage underneath. All right, here we go. One of the biggest peg warmers at my local Walmart here, the Desert Drifter in green. I don't know why, but the recolor in red sold out really, really fast, but for some reason this green one would not sell. It was a peg warmer for what felt like forever. All right, here we go. Here is the Desert Drifter, and as you can see, that Jello green body there. Really, really cool to see that translucentness. I think there's 3 different versions of this car. They did a... and they're all different flavors. Like, obviously, you can see it's like key lime. So you got the frosting on top, right? The little frosting, and then you got Hot Wheels with the little lime there to signify its flavor. It's a lime-flavored Jello. Like I said, there's 3 different versions of this car. We got the lime one here. Then the recolor of this was a cherry-flavored one, which was red. And then the 2024 Fast Foodies version is blue for blue raspberry, which I think is really cool. I love that a lot. I think that's great. I think this is unique, and I'm a huge fan. It is a drag. Okay, here's my first problem with this car. It's called Desert Drifter, and it's not a drift car. It's a drag car. They should have called it Desert Dragster. That would have been a lot more fitting. Albeit, I don't think the name's better. I think Desert Dragster doesn't roll off the tongue as nicely as Desert Drifter, but that's just me. Also, I like how the front of the vehicle has the air intake there, so the driver isn't dying inside this vehicle, so it's getting some air into that motor, and then there's some ventilation so the driver doesn't asphyxiate inside of this giant Jello mold. Hot Wheels logo molded in there, which is pretty cool. Desert Drifter, of course, on there. And contrary to what I wanted, you cannot remove any of this, which sucks, but it's whatever. So there you go, everybody. That's the first car for today's video. The Desert Drifter there. I like that. I like that a lot. I think it's cute. I think it's fun. And it is... it's shocking to me that car didn't sell out as quickly as it should have. I really think that car deserved better. All right, next up, we got one of the cars that I had a problem with, number 2 of 5. Oh, I did it again. Sweet Driver, which is the cupcake car. Like I said, the color, I really, really like this car. The original release of this car I thought was fantastic. This version of it, the coloring is just so obnoxious, in my opinion. It's like, you know that feeling you get when you eat too much sweet stuff and your teeth start hurting? That's how my eyes feel looking at this car. It's that sweet tooth tingle, but for your eyes. That is one of the weirdest but shockingly accurate analogies that I've ever made in my entire YouTube career. All right. So here it is right here. I have no idea what color this chassis is, but I absolutely love it. That color is nice. Honestly, somebody get me a normal, someone get me a sports car, or not a sports car, give me a muscle car. Give me like a Mercury Cougar or a Ford Maverick with this color paint scheme. I bet that would look really cool. I like the tires here, the little color combination here, the white, almost like frosting here. What I do want to point out on here is, for those of you who don't know, the driver's helmet on this is meant to look like a cherry, which I really like. But if we look at the cupcake itself, it's got these little, shards of something on there, as you can see, these little flecks. They almost look like, frosted flakes almost. Those are actually gummy bears, believe it or not. These little, ivory colored pieces that are sprinkled across there, these are gummy bears, is what those are supposed to be. You wouldn't know that by looking at this, but if you look at the card, if you really, really look at the card, you can see that they are, in fact... Are they? Maybe they're gummy bears. I don't know. That one looks like a gummy bear, right? I'm not crazy. That looks like a gummy bear, does it not? I don't know. For the longest time, I thought these were gummy bears, but now that I look at it closely, I don't think they actually are. The back end looks like a face. I pointed that out the first time we looked at this car. But yeah, there you go. I'm going really slow in today's video. I apologize for that. All right, on to the controversial car here. We got Quick Bite up next, number 3 of 5, with the hot chicken truck. Again, the vehicle, I really think this is the best vehicle in this entire set, but gosh dang it, it does not belong in this set. They should have put, I don't know what Brutinator's whole deal is, but they should have put Brutinator in here instead of this and had this be in the Metro City cars. That would have made more sense. But yeah, here's your hot chicken truck, everybody. I really love this. The flame pattern I think is cool. I love the chicken here. This reminds me of the Hot Ones logo. I really like that a lot. Hot Wheels logo there. All the cool stuff here. Does that say sliders? That does say sliders. Oh, it's hot chicken sliders. Oh, they're chicken sandwiches. So you got mild, hot, extra hot, and fire. And then on this side, you've got the, now, here's the problem with using this casting for anything except as an ice cream truck. The little guy on the inside here is holding a popsicle, which I guess would make sense for a hot chicken truck. You know, if it's a hot chicken truck, if you're selling popsicles as like a side gig out of the same truck, that's just genius. I just straight up genius. But it looks a little weird at first glance. I also like the hot chicken banners up there. You got all the different vents and stuff up top. Let all that steam out from all the spicy goodness that you're cooking up inside the truck there. I love me some spicy chicken sandwiches. But yeah, there you go, everybody. That is the hot chicken truck right there. Pretty interesting. Like I said, I really don't know why that's in this set. I like it though. Here's a Hot Wheels car. I was really excited when they announced that this Hot Wheels car was coming out because I haven't seen this casting in a long time. Number 4 of 5 is Roller Toaster. Again, also fits the series. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches could be sweet, depending on the jelly that you're using, depending on the peanut butter you're using too. If you live in America, it is really easy to get some sweet peanut butter because we put high fructose corn syrup in literally everything. Heck, we'd probably put it in our engine oil if we could. Alrighty, here we go. Here's the Roller Toaster, everybody. It is literally meant to be a toaster car. Peanut butter and jelly. I don't know what this little shape. Oh, it's a peanut. This little shape on the side. You don't see that bottom part, and it almost looks like a jelly bean, and you're just like, I get jelly, I guess? Like, what's that supposed to be? It's a peanut. It's just really, yeah, it's a peanut. It's just really hard to make out. I do like the paint scheme on this. I think it's really cool. I also love the color of the vehicle itself. Pretty neat. And then you got the pieces of toast up here with the little toaster popper. And then you got the plug-in right here, which I absolutely love. I also love that the headlights thingies here on the front end are the little knobs for the toaster. I think that's really cool. And then this is actually a working vehicle. I'll show you guys the bottom first. This vehicle actually has a working part, and that if you grab the little spoiler on the back and push down, it pushes the toast. It doesn't do it very well, but it pushes the toast inside the toaster. I wish they re-engineered it a little bit so you could push the toast down like this and have it almost go fully inside. You almost gotta like, you really can't, but like, yeah, it's pretty cool. You can push the toast down inside the toaster. It's really neat. There's Roller Toaster, everybody. One of when I just first started collecting, that was one of my first cars that I bought at my local Fred Meyer's. It was pretty cool. All right, everybody, here is the chase piece for today's video. And I teased it earlier. I said that the paint scheme wasn't my favorite, but anyway, here it is. Like I said, this is a chase piece. It is Donut Drifter. We are getting ever so close to finally getting 12 of the donuts to get the Baker's, or not 13's Baker's dozen, my bad. I'm an idiot. But I think Donut Drifter is also one of the cars that's coming out in Fast Foodies this year. So we got another version coming. We're getting really close to the dozen donuts, man. Anyway, I'm going to get my knife and I'm going to cut this thing open and I'll be right back. Alrighty, oh, interesting. You know, I've always been curious. I think I mentioned it in a previous video, but I don't remember what conclusion I came to with it. I've always been curious. If you look on the package, it says, "Congratulations, this symbol means you found a collectible treasure hunt vehicle." I've always been curious because some of the treasure hunt cars don't have that line of text under there. It's just the symbol. And like I said, I came to a conclusion at one point. I actually got an answer to that question. I forgot what the answer to the question was. I think it has something to do with the location in which you're buying the car. I think if it's an international car, it doesn't have, like, if the case of vehicles was not meant to go to your store or something, it was supposed to go internationally and it made it to your store. Something to do with shipping is why it has that. I really have no idea. I can't remember. Anyway, here's the car itself, the Donut Drifter. Pretty cool. Well, one thing that I never noticed about this car is that the chassis of the car is meant to look like a spatula. That's pretty cool. Got the donut here with the orange icing, the orange glaze with the white icing on it, and then the Hot Wheels Treasure Hunt logo is right there. It's really hard to see. Hot Wheels logo, huge motor in the back. But yeah, there, everybody, that is the Donut Drifter Treasure Hunt car, and the final car for today's video. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of this. I think out of all of the donut cars that we've gotten, this one's probably one of my least favorites. I think it looks pretty ugly. I'm not even going to joke with you guys. I think it actually looks pretty ugly. I think Hot Wheels has done much better with that casting in their time. That is definitely not one of their best ones. All right, let's line them all up there. Chase piece, donut drifter on the end, and going backward. We'll go backwards this time. Going from right to left, we've got donut drifter, the roller toaster, quick bite, dessert drifter, or maybe I shouldn't have gone backwards. I shouldn't have gone backwards. Anyway, here we go. This is the full set right here. Oh, great. I didn't push him back far enough. Hold up. There we go. All right, that's the full set. This is a disaster. This video is not ending the way I want it to here. Nobody move. That's fine. It'll work. Okay, so from left to right, we have dessert drifter, sweet driver, quick bite, roller toaster, and donut drifter. There you go, everybody. That is the full set for today's video of these sweet rides. Again, this series would have been perfectly fine if that hot chicken truck wasn't included. Like, I don't know why it literally says on the package that they're dessert cars, and then we have a hot chicken truck. And I get that, like I said, Quick Bite, originally known as the Good Humor truck, is an ice cream truck casting, but it's a hot chicken truck. Like, come on. I get it. Like, I get that it's supposed to be an ice cream truck, but you put a hot chicken paint job. It just doesn't work, you know? It just doesn't work. But anyway, yeah, that's all I got to say for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. Now, see you all in the next diecast unboxing and review video. Thank you, and good night.